How is it going then, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my top centre mids on FIFA 21 so far. This is going to go from the cheapest budget to the most expensive, similar to the video that we did yesterday where we looked at the best centre backs on FIFA 21 so far. If you did miss that, I'll put a link up above. You can go and check that out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. We're closing in on 100,000 subscribers, so if you are new and you enjoy the content, a subscription is greatly appreciated. So then, some of these cards here you may look at and go, I've not used them before, and they could fit into your squad if you are on a tight budget, because that's what we're going to start off with first of all. And this man, I'll be honest with you, I've used in drafts a few times, and I think he's a really, really good card. If I'm not going to lie to you, I've spelled his name wrong. It normally helps when you spell it right, doesn't it? And that is Taliso, that plays for Tottenham Hotspur. I think overall, with his card, he just always seems to be in the right place at the right time. He's got the high, 4-star weak, 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He's 5'10". He's not the quickest card, but he's certainly not the slowest. I think overall, when you look at those stats, he's very well rounded. He's very well balanced, can play in that box-to-box centre mid role, and he's one of the cheapest centre mids available in the Premier League for you to get. He's popped up with quite a few goals for me as well. I just enjoyed using him, to be honest with you. His presence was known. He was in the right place at the right time. And I think it's a card that if, you've just started out, you've just played your division rivals, and you need to go and get yourself a team, this is one that you could look at if you are going down that Premier League route. That obviously is a little bit more expensive than other leagues. However, don't be put off by him. As I said, he is a card that I've really, really enjoyed using. Not going to set the world on fire, but definitely going to do some bits for you. Moving over to a different league now, and that is going to be Taliso. Taliso's cards have always been very well rounded on FIFA. He just, again, he's quite similar, but more well-rounded stats in terms of that he can fill the box-to-box role well, 3-star, 3-star, high attacking work rates, medium work rate, so you play him next to someone that's a little bit more defensive, but going forward, he can do a job, and staying back, he can also do a job. He's got 82 shot power, good agility, and good balance for a man like him. He's got 77 stamina, decent strength, decent jumping, stand tackle at 77, slide tackle at 71, chuck a shadow on him, increase his pace even more, give him some better defensive stats. I think you'll be very, very happy with this card if you have gone down the Bundesliga route. The Bundesliga does have some good cards this year that you may want to go to, especially with Klosterman that we spoke about yesterday in a centre-back video. If you wanted to go around that and have this card in there, you'd have a lot of joy with him. He's just one of them cards that's always been very good, and if he gets like a team of the week or he gets a special card, that's when you certainly see Taliso kind of shine through as well. Now, this man, for me, is the absolute goat of goats of centre mids. He has got a team of the week at the minute, so this will make this card more expensive. However, once it comes back out and this card dips back down, he's great. Honestly, he's absolutely, he is probably, if you said to me, you need a centre mid that's cheap as chips and you have to use him for the rest of FIFA, this would be the guy that I would go to. 4-star, 4-star, high, stamina 87, so he can fill that box-to-box role really well. Acceleration and sprint speed of 79. He's got good agility, good balance, decent stand tackle. Slide tackle a little bit low, but not the be-all and end-all, and can go forward and can contribute to the team. He's not got the best to shoot in, however, he's more of one of them powerhouses, right? Like, he can just take the ball from the middle of the pitch up to the attackers and then lay it off to them, and they can then obviously do the hard work. He just transitions the team from defence to attack so quick, so good, so strong, and so powerful. To me, if you can't afford Hullet and you're cheap, you got cheap coins, that's the man to go for. He literally plays similar to Hullet in that kind of sense, that he can just take the ball forward, hard to shrug off the ball, got good skill moves, got good weak foot. I couldn't recommend this guy anymore, to be honest with you. Absolutely phenomenal. Moving over to another league now, and this is a card which a lot of people have dubbed up, to be honest with you. And I've used him in a draft a couple of times. I've got him in the club, not used him as of yet. And that is going to be Lamented. He's had a massive upgrade this year in terms of pace, everything. He's 3-star, 3-star, high, 6 foot. Overall, the card, again, similar to Renato Sanchez. It is very well-rounded, very well-balanced. 3-star, 3-star, we always talk about 3-star, 3-star. It's not the be-all and end-all, but good stand tackle, defensive awareness of 79, good interceptions at 82 as well. Ball control, dribbling, and composure is all good. Good reactions for a centre mid, so if the ball falls out loose, he'll be there to jump on it straight away. And going forward, average enough. It's not going to, again, set the world on fire, but certainly will do the job for us. A brilliant stamina, good strength and aggression. You will not be disappointed with this card if you need a centre mid in La Liga, which centre mids in La Liga, some of them are a little bit, like Modric, Kroos and whatnot. De Jong's obviously very good. Lamented, I think he is coming down a lot in price now, so that is a card that you could look at should you wish to. Moving over to a different league now, because going off yesterday's video, people weren't happy that I didn't include every single league, and it's not going to be Pele, so we're going to try and include as many of the good leagues as we can. And next up, if I can spell his name right, is going to be Nainggolan. I have always loved Raja Nainggolan's cards on FIFA. What you'll notice with a lot of these cards here is look at how well-rounded their stats are. We're trying to get as many people in 70s and then into the 80s across everything if we can. Taliso being a bit of an exception because he's a bit more of an attacking-minded one. But 3-star, 3-star, high. This card, Nainggolan's always been one of them cards that's just a nuisance when you're playing against him, right? He's just there. 1 minute he's he's in defence, and the next minute he's driving forward and putting the ball in the back of the net. And he's just like, how are you doing that? Honestly, I've always enjoyed the card. Highly recommend him if you're going for Serie A. Serie A to me this year, I'm not a massive fan of the league, being truthful. I don't like their attacking lineup, but a very, very good card to say the least. And next up, this guy you could argue is better as a centre-back, if I'm being truthful with you. However, I've played him in centre-mid. Excuse me. And he's just everywhere. Like 6'3". So he's like, let's put it, he's basically a cheaper Vieira. He's just there. He's got good stand tackle, good slide tackle, brilliant strength, good stamina, brilliant pace and acceleration, agility and balance, for the height that he is, not bad. He's 6'3" at the end of the day. And he's just going to be there every time. Defensive awareness of 84, reactions of 84. The guy's a beast. He's an absolute beast. As I said, you could argue he could be better at centre-back, but if you have got, say, someone next to him that's going to go box-to-box centre-mid, someone like Taliso or Goretzka, for example, this guy will be good. Stay back while attacking, cut passing lanes, cover centre, stay in the middle, and just sweep up any balls that come through before they get to our back line. Phenomenal, phenomenal card. Now, next up, this is a card which I have enjoyed so much on this game. I've used him in loads of drafts. I literally couldn't recommend him any more than what he is, to be honest with you. And he's cheap as well. And that is going to be Fred. Fred in the Premier League, I say he's cheap. He's not like cheap, but for the price that he is in the Premier League and what you want him to do is phenomenal. If I would say, if you can afford it, go and get Pogba. However, Pogba's ridiculously expensive. Fred is that cheaper option. Fred is the box-to-box centre mid that can go forward, 4-star, 4-star, high. He's really good on the ball because he's got low agility and he's got good agility and good balance, and obviously the height that he is. And he just gets forward. He can pop the ball in the back of the net on the odd occasion, but overall, he's a very well-rounded card. And I think for the price that you can get him at, especially in the Premier League as well, is certainly one you could look to. And you could partner with someone like Alan, and Alan can be on stay back while attacking. Highly recommend him. Really, really good card, and I've enjoyed using him a lot this year. Moving over to another man, which I think actually gets slept on in the Premier League. I don't think people really look at him, to be honest. I don't know why it is, but that is going to be Ndidi. If you want an out-and-out defensive centre midfielder, an 84 rated Ndidi with 87 defended and 84 physical, you can't really look anywhere else, to be honest. For the price that he's at, like 30-odd K, I think he is. He's got 92 stamina. He's got 89 stand tackle, 85 slide tackle, interceptions 90, defensive awareness 87, reactions 87. Why don't people use him? He's literally one of the best centre mids at that price range as a centre defensive mid. If you want to keep him, stay back while attacking and sweep up. He's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. He's 6 foot. He's in the right place at the right time. I don't understand why he doesn't get the love that he probably deserves to, if I'm being completely truthful with you. And then next up is going to be Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum's a card, again, that is very well-rounded, but he's a little bit more expensive. If you said to me, do you want Fred or do you want Wijnaldum? Well, when you look at those two stats there, Fred beats on pace, he loses on shooting, he loses on passing slightly, he loses on dribbling slightly, he loses on defence slightly, and loses on physical by a little bit more. There's not a dramatic difference, you see. 5-star, 4-star, 4-star, high, 5'9". Very similar to Fred's stats, can go forward, box-to-box midfielder. If you partner him next to Ndidi, he'd be phenomenal as well. Wijnaldum is a little bit more on the expensive scale. He's about 80,000 coins now, so obviously costs a little bit more than someone like Fred, but certainly does the job. Good agility, good balance, brilliant stamina. Again, it's one of them cards that you look at it across face value and you just go, there's not really a bad stat, to be perfectly honest with you. Put a good chemistry style on him and you'll have a lot of success with that guy, and obviously links to Gomez and whatnot in the Premier League. Now this is a guy which I've used every single year on FIFA. I've used him this year. he's just one of them ones that he doesn't make a mistake. He's always in at the right place at the right time, and that is De Jong. Just sits there in front of the midfield, in front of the defence, and just distributes the ball down the line. Doesn't, you know, get stuck in too much, but does tackle when he needs to. He's just a good card, right? With the way you play him, he's not one of them ones that you drive forward and like try and get a goal with him because he's not great at finishing. He just picks up the ball, he lays it off to someone else. Picks up the ball, lays it off to someone else, and just does that. And that's kind of how you want this card to work. Fun card to use, more expensive than the rest of these guys. If you said to me, who would you rather have? I'd probably rather have Wijnaldum, Fred, or, you know, Renato Sanchez or something, based off the value of how much De Jong does cost you. This is another card that's gone up a lot over the last week, obviously because he's got a one to watch. Allen, if you're after a centre defensive mid, stay back while attacking. He's a good card. He's just expensive for what he is, right? I do like him, but again, if you said who do you want, Ndidi, Allen, I'd go Ndidi, or I'd go Ndidi over Allen. I'd probably pick Fred over Allen nowadays. I just think like 100k for the card that he is, that is expensive in my opinion. Good card to say the least. That's why he's made the list, but expensive. So that's me being truthful. Right, we're now moving on. Another honourable mention is someone like Kovacic. By the way, Kovacic is another decent card that's very, very cheap. This is by far the best centre mid I've used on this game so far. Absolutely unbelievable Paul Pogba is. He's always in the right place at the right time. I have a shadow on him, I think, if I remember correctly. Work rate's obviously a little bit frustrating with him being high. Actually, I swear he was a low defensive work rate. Back on before. Maybe I got that wrong. Anyway, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, 6'3". Do you want to know why he's so good? He's got long legs. He can intercept. You took a shadow on him. Even though his defensive stats aren't great, he's still there and still does a job in the defense of that. But that's not what you want him for. You want him to go forward, drive the team into attack. He can literally take the ball from centre-back to the strikers and say, here you are, have it, go and score for me. He's phenomenal. Phenomenal card. The 5-star skill moves helps. The 4-star weak foot's great as well. And yeah, would definitely highly recommend him. And then last but not least, the guy which I have used and enjoyed, but I wouldn't say like you need him. You know, you can go and get an Allen, a Fred, whoever you want, and that is going to be Kante. Kante is a good card this year. He's like a dog. He just runs around and runs around and runs around. He's in the right place at the right time. He's very good defensively. Sucks going forward, mind you, but for the price that he is, I don't think he's worth the coins. But if you've got the coins, you know, I'm trying to put this to everyone. If you're sat here going, I've only got the coins to get Kante, don't get him. If you're saying, I've got millions of coins, get Kante. Look, you know, that's how we want to look at it. He is a really, really good card, but just to me, isn't really worth that price badge. So, or price bracket, I should say. And that's kind of where I put these guys. And yeah, that's kind of how I rank them. And let me know what you think down below. I'll move on to the attackers in the next version of this, and then we'll go to like wingers and fullbacks and goalkeepers as well. Thank you all very much for watching this video. Do appreciate it. Give it a big thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.